One of the reasons that narcissists abuse you is because they do not respect you. If they respect you, then they're not going to abuse you. Now, when we say respect, what we mean is not admire, but we mean that there's an element of fear there, of intimidation, that it's going to hurt them more than it hurts you. So now, okay, they've got this real respect for you. Let's don't mess with this guy because I don't want to get hurt. The narcissist is thinking to himself or herself. All right, so how do we get the narcissist in that position where they respect us? They have this intimidation, feeling of intimidation when they're around us. They know that this is not somebody you want to try to wrestle because, they're going to get hurt. And narcissists don't like to get hurt. They like to be the hurters. Number one is this. You want to challenge and disagree with a narcissist. Why? Because they hate that. They don't want to be challenged. They don't want you disagreeing with them. This is important. Make sure when you challenge the narcissist, when you disagree with the narcissist, that you're correct, that you're honest, that you're not just making something up when you disagree with them. So if they happen to be right on something, don't disagree with it. But narcissists, they tend to lie a lot. In fact, their lives are lies. So challenge them when they tell a lie. And believe me, they're going to do it a lot because, that's just what narcissists do. So there's a lot of opportunities. Question them, challenge them, and make sure that, again, that you are very honest in this. Otherwise, they will call you out, and in their mind, that will be a win. And narcissists, are all about winning. That strokes their ego. That inflates their ego. That is what we call supply. Number two is this. So how to get the narcissist to respect? What you want to do is you want to put some distance between you and the narcissist. We're talking about not just geographical distance, but we're also talking about time. When was the last time you spoke to the narcissist? Well, once you find out the narcissist is a narcissist, you don't want to have anything to do with these people. Sometimes that's tough to do. For example, if the narcissist knows somebody who knows you, then they will use that person, usually a lot of people, as flying monkeys, and they will try to get to you through them. For example, social media. They will constantly be sending your relatives social media questions, talking to them on Facebook, private messenger, how you doing? Just constant contact. What they're really doing is they don't care about your relative. They're trying to get to you. And sometimes your relative, you can tell them, look, break off the contact with these people because they're narcissists, they're causing problems. And there's a very good possibility that until your friend or relative, whoever it happens to be, understands, has the point of reference that you do, but understands how dangerous these people are, they'll think you're overreacting, and so they're not going to do it. So it's kind of hard sometimes to actually make the total separation between you and a narcissist. So they still, even though geographically you could be hundreds of miles apart on the internet, wherever your device is, that's where they are. Or in this case, wherever your family member's device is or friend's device is, that's where the narcissist is. And he or she knows it. And they're trying to get to you. Another thing, again, is kind of obvious. At the workplace, got a narcissist that's driving you crazy, so you can distance yourself by getting a new job. But when you do that, guess what is waiting for you at the new workplace? Another narcissist, maybe even worse, maybe more of them. So sometimes going gray rock or breaking contact, really not very practical because it doesn't work 100%, but do it the best you can. So if it is a person at the workplace, you want to minimize your contact with them. So that's what we mean by distance, as opposed to just to completely break off. And you want to make sure there's a lot of time in between those points of contact as much as possible. There are narcissists in my life that I haven't had contact with for years. I mean, many years. One narcissist, I can only think of one. There's probably more, but off the top of my head, I can think of one narcissist that I will not be in the same place at the same time with this person whenever possible. And it's been years since I've been in the same place at the same time. I'll do whatever I have to do to stay away from this person because they are just that toxic. I don't want to be around toxic people. Fortunately, there aren't that many of them. I mean, there's some people that a little bit toxic, but hey, I can handle a little bit. But some people, they're just so overboard. It's kind of like they have an infectious disease, or they have some infectious disease to which you and whoever else happens to be their targets will be affected. And people they don't target aren't affected. Number 3 is this. Let them know that you don't need them for anything. And again, whenever possible. Sometimes narcissists, you actually do need them for something. Again, if it's somebody you're working with, if it's your employer, if it's your supervisor, well, guess what? You actually do need that person. But outside of that, when it's absolutely necessary, you want to communicate to them very strongly, because that need is something they use to leverage you, to manipulate you, to get supply out of you, to boost their ego by abusing you. So let them know you don't need them. Number 4 is what I call carry a big stick. And by that, I simply mean let them know that they have something to lose if they harass you. This is particularly important to those narcissists that you can't get away from. If they keep doing this, if they keep harassing you, keep bothering you, they're going to lose big time. Now, how do you know this works with a narcissist? Because this is a tactic that they probably have used on you in the past, maybe more than once. They want you to know that if you don't allow them to abuse you, well, they've got the goods on you, or somehow, some way they can hurt you, and they let you know that. So you want them to know that if they continue harassing you, they got something to lose. Abuse, lose. Got to make a poem out of it. And again, we know this works because narcissists use strategies that they think work. And when you do it right back at them, they understand. And also make sure they understand that you have something to gain. And there's 2 things narcissists hate, among many other things, is they don't like to lose, and they don't want you to win, or win as they see it. You're really not trying to win, you're just trying not to be abused. So that is a huge win in the eyes and the mind, distorted thinking of a narcissist. Well, how are you going to do that? I just made a video on doxing. That is to say, get documentation, information on the narcissist. Well, how do you do that? We got the other video. I'm not going to take time to talk about all of that now, but we will take time in that other video. You want to be sure to watch it. Number 5 is avoid what I call mutual dynamics. For lack of a better term, but what I'm simply saying is these are not people you want to be friends with. These are not people you want to have social connections with. These are not people that you want to have business partnerships with. These are not people that you want to engage in any way unless absolutely positively necessary. So any of those things that are mutually dynamic, any of those things where you're doing things together, those are things that you don't want to do because, well, the narcissist can't get to you, and he only respects people that he can't get to. Disrespects those who are in his or her sphere of influence. Those are within his reach, his grasp. Those people he disrespects unless they force him to respect him. So there's many of these things that you can work out possibly to get the respect of a narcissist. Number 6 is don't let them know. Don't let them know what you know. But, now pay attention. On the one hand, you don't let them know what you know. But you do want them to know that you know. Well, know what? Remember we talked about doxing? Well, we want them to know that you know that they are abusing you. And we want them to know that you know things about them that they wish you didn't know. Well, what are those things? You're not telling. You got to be careful to keep your mouth shut. Not just to the narcissist, but to someone else. Now, someone else, you may let them know, I know about this guy. I know about his criminal history. I know about the things that he or she did in the past. How he or she hurt other people. These people have told me. And you're saying this to a third party. So in a sense, you're kind of using somebody as a flying monkey. Stereotypish, I can't say it, but you're using another person as kind of a flying monkey against the narcissist. Well, the narcissist knows what that means because he or she does it all the time. So what you want to do is keep them guessing, keep them wondering about what you know. And here's what they're going to do. They're going to recruit flying monkeys to come talk to you. And I've had narcissists do this because they want to know what you know about them. And you got to be very alert that you never tell other people what you know about them, but that you know about them. Or you could tell them a few things, just so the narcissist knows that you're not bluffing. You actually know something about that individual. See those two rectangles on the screen? Okay, let's keep on talking if you want the conversation to continue, but if not, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you all next time.